Well, hello, 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 everyone. I hope that you are having an amazing, amazing day. Listen, I felt like I needed to come to you. The last time me and you got together was our 3-day Leaders in Laity Symposium. And so I wanted to come and just verse us on where we are and what we need to do. So, as you all know, you are called the remnant nucleus. You are called the remnant nucleus for a particular reason. The reason you are called the remnant um, nucleus is because you're going to make an impact in the church. We're counting on you. We're counting on your hands. We're counting on your shoulders. We're counting on your prayers. We're counting on your giving to help us to get to our new building. I'm sorry if y'all are hearing all the dings and things like that, but my family got a group chat going on and I don't know how to silence it on the computer. Okay. So just ignore the ding. But anyway, you're in this group because you understand the vision. You understand what we are trying to accomplish. And most importantly, you understand how important it is, right? It's very important. People still need to be saved. People still need to be healed, delivered, set free. Marriages still need to happen. Um, just personal spiritual growth need to happen. There's so much that a church does for people. As you know, it's done so much for you. And so we as the Remnant Family Worship Center understand that we are in a pivot and we are here temporarily. The longer we take behind to get behind the vision, to move the vision, is the longer we remain in the pivot. And we don't want to be like the children of Israel. We don't want a 40-day trip to turn into 40 years, all because we don't get behind it. And again, you're in this room because you're bringing to the table what we need. So what we need to get out of the water tree for our store, we thank God for the water tree, right? God is good. So how are we going to get out of there, Pastor? Realistically, how's it going to happen? I'm going to tell you how it's going to happen. Following the instructions. The anointing is what? On the instructions. So following the instructions will get us out of the Water Tree Fire Road into our building. So number one, echo the voice of your leader. Look at it like this. Let's go with Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is really good. Just saying it made me want to go get some Chick-fil-A right now, right? But Chick-fil-A is really good, right? But no matter how good it is, if nobody goes out and tell anybody about Chick-fil-A, it will just be another restaurant on a corner, right? It has all the good food. It has the best fries. It has the best lemonade and sweet tea, right? But nobody will know it if someone doesn't open up their mouth and start sharing about Chick-fil-A. Well, that's how it is with your church. Your church is not going to grow. I don't care how much you say, oh, we going. Your church is not going to grow. We're not going to get out of the Water Tree Fry Road if we do not open up our mouths and spread the good news about our church. You're in this group because you said you're committed to what it takes to get us to the other side. So what does that look like? When you hear Sunday mornings messages, Bible study messages, you guys will start having ahas because I said this in our symposium. When we have Bible study messages and Sunday morning messages, you are supposed to take your snippets, what you got from that message, and share it in your social media. Make sure you write your, church name down, pastors or something. Even if you don't write your pastor's name down, put the church. So if somebody wants to go back and see what church they go to, they don't have to go and find it real hard. We are on Facebook, so you could link your post to the church's Facebook page, right? So when people read, oh my God, my pastor's teaching on faith, and this has transformed my life since I've been in this series, I have found my thinking expanding. Guess what? Somebody else will read that and be like, I need my thinking expanded. Let me visit their church. Let me go look at their site, right? Now we have people coming to us, okay? It's important. You know, we have to break this antisocial spirit. It has to break out of the nucleus. And as you can see, we are moving people. I am slowly moving people out of the nucleus, because if you're not going to help us, if you're not going to pull the weight, you're visiting. We don't need visitors. We need workers, right? So put some thought into it. You have to remember why you're doing what you're doing, because your church needs to get in a physical building. So we don't have the luxury that we had for 17 years of we're in a building, you know, whatever. We don't have that luxury, okay? So number one, you need to post something about your church experience and share it throughout the whole week. If you only want to write it once, you have Bible study and you have Sunday morning. So you should write twice about something that you were inspired from the message. Okay. You should do that twice a week, because you go to church every week. It's important. If you don't want to do this, you don't want to be in this room, and you need to say something. Okay. Again, remember, awareness is what's going to bring people to our church. And when people come to our church, they're going to enjoy themselves. They're going to be saved. They're going to be healed. And they're also going to give. Their giving is what's going to help us to get into our building. So this is why we need to grow our membership, our virtual. Right now, we're virtual, except for the few that come on site, right? So we have to grow from a virtual perspective. So virtual perspective is your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever you use, okay? You have to do it. It's not optional. The next thing you need to do is when you see posts going out, share it. I would love for y'all to at least muster up enough energy to say something about the flyer you're sharing. But if you just don't want to say anything about, because remember, you're talking to your audience. Your audience don't know me. Your friends and families don't know me. So you just sharing my page is just another share. When you put your voice to the share, it's personal to your audience, just like vice versa. If I just share what y'all post and I don't put anything on it, they're going to see it coming from you. And if they don't know you, they might be like, oh, that's some apostle done shared. But if I put my voice in what I'm sharing that you wrote, they're going to pay attention because they're my audience. That makes sense, right? So, you know, I don't know how to say this, but this is going to take energy. It's not a lot of energy. You're in the comfort of your home. You can do it in your bed. You can do it. I'm sorry, you guys. You can do it, you know, you can even, Facebook have where you can schedule this stuff. So if you just go and schedule, I want you to drop here, I want you to drop here, I want you to drop here, I want you to drop here. Once you schedule it, you never have to go back and do this for the whole week. So you can just schedule it out, right? But it's important that you share regularly. You should be sharing like 2 times a day. Many of you are on social media. You don't talk, but you're on it. Okay. You're on it. You just don't talk. Take that time to just share. Why? Because we need to draw attendance. Y'all, please hear me. People are not going to join a church that they don't know anything about or that they weren't invited to. Okay. So do your postings twice a day, every day if you can. Schedule them out. I just gave you a cheat sheet. Schedule them out. Make sure you add your voice to it. Also, your little snippet from your Sunday morning and your Bible study message, share something that, all right? That's necessary. Because why? The more people do it, the more attention we draw. Then people are going to start going, what's the remnant? Who's that? What they got going? Let me go look. And then, they'll come in and they'll do like you. They'll join. Trust the process. Can I tell you that? If God is telling us to do it this way, he's already anointed us to get results. He's already anointed us to get results. But if we don't do the work, God is not responsible for the increase. Okay. All right. So I want you to remember, you need to do that. If you're not doing that, you need to start now. Okay. Number 2, we have our new app, which is incredible. Okay. I love the app. I love everything about it. I love the reach. I love, the encouragement corner. I love the sermon notes. I love that you can report it ill. I just love everything about it, right? It's a great app. Y'all remember how at the youth event, I was going around with my phone like, hey, get your phone out, download this. And then I was making sure that you download it. Here's what I need you to do. I need learn by example. You don't have to invent the wheel. I give you patterns. I give you ways in which to do certain things. Just mimic what you see. Just learn to mimic what you see. Get your phone out. Tell your family, your friends, everybody just had Thanksgiving. How many people did you get to download that app during Thanksgiving? Or did you forget about that app? Probably forgot about it, right? But you were around your family who you want to be saved, and you could have just got them to sign up, but it's okay. So when you get your phone out or you get them to download it, make sure you walk them through the entire process. Now, where it says, to sign up or to bypass, you can get them to click that box and they can bypass, right? They have access to the app. So the notifications will come on their phone, basically. They won't be able to put a prayer request in or anything like that because they have to sign up for membership in order to do that. But at least they are a part of the app. So they'll get notifications. They'll be able to watch the live services and things like that. You want to make sure you walk them through the process. Don't just tell them to download and walk away, because what most people will do is they will go to their app store, they'll find it and it'll say get, and they may hit get and they may not. But if they don't, either way, if they hit get and don't go any further than that, or they just go to it, they are not on the app. They are not on the app until they click the I agree to the rules and regulations, and whether they want to sign in a new account or, continue without an account. Until they do that part, they're not in the app. So this is why you want to make sure you walk them through it, okay? Because why? They need to get the entire download. Otherwise, they're not on our app. So you just wasted time talking to people, okay? Be encouraged. Let me say this. Find your excitement in the work of God. Find your excitement. Ask yourself, why am I not excited? Like I should be excited. It's God's work. Like, what greater work is there to do? Your job? Really? No, right? Kingdom work is where our excitement is. So get your excitement up about doing the work, about sharing the message, about growing the church, about seeing us go from where we are to where we're going, where we walk into our new building and things like that. Get excited about the daycare. Get excited about the domestic violence center. Get excited about the GED program. Find something to get excited about, because when you find your excitement, you will push. You'll be like me. You'll push. To be real honest with you, I'm at a place where I really could say, I'm done with pastoring. I'm just going to be a wife and a businesswoman. I could even probably find a job with a decent church and go on payroll, because people would want me on their payroll. They would want me a part of their pastoral staff. I could very easily do that. And I could still be doing the work of him that sent me and getting paid for doing that. I could easily do that. But my work is not done here at the Remnant Family Worship Center. And I'm excited about the Remnant Family Worship Center. I believe in the Remnant Family Worship Center. I believe in what we do. I believe in our love. I believe in our authenticity. I believe in the word of God that's being preached there. I believe in the spirit of the Holy Ghost that dwells there. I just believe. And I just want to give other people an opportunity to come into a space where they can be saved. So find your excitement. Okay? Carnival is coming up. Let me teach y'all something. The nucleus, and I said this in the symposium, nucleus doesn't sit and wait for people to tell them stuff. Those are supervisors. We don't need supervisors. We don't need supervisors. Y'all remember that? We don't need supervisors. We need managers. Nobody have contacted me. Let me back out of that. A few people have contacted me and said, what do we need to do? And are helping me. But for the majority, hasn't called to say, hey, what are we doing? And maybe you didn't call me. Did you call anybody else and say, what do we need to get done? We got a carnival coming up. We're less than 2 weeks out. What do we need to do? Who's handling the food? Who's handling the games? Who's handling it? Let me ask. Instead of sitting, waiting, let me ask. The nucleus are forward thinkers and forward moving. We're not waiting for nobody to ask us, because one thing we do all know is it's got to get done. And it's on our backs to do it. So if you've been that person that's just kind of been sitting and waiting, kill it. Not the nucleus. Go to the leaders group or back to the members group. And I don't mean to say that disrespectfully, but I do mean to say it with some weight on it, because I'm ready to get to my church. Okay. So for me, this is real personal. Okay. This is real personal because I'm ready to get to my church. I'm ready to get in my pulpit, God's pulpit, of course. I'm ready to get in God's pulpit. Let me say it like that. And I'm ready to lay hands on the sick. I'm just ready for the work, right? So when you hear that in me, I mean, it's going to be there. It's going to be there. You have to make the decision whether you're in the right room or not. And I hate to say it like that because it sounds like I'm trying to put people out. I'm not. But if I feel like I'm doing what I did before, then I'm going to have to make some shifts. And I've already made some shifts. And I'm hoping that I don't have to make any more, because I want you in the group. I believe in you. I believe you have what it takes to be a great leader in God's house. I believe that. I believe you have the heart for it. I believe you have the desire for it. I believe that you also now need to take it upon yourself that I am a leader. No, I haven't been dubbed, I haven't put on a collar and been ordained, but my pastor's entrusted me to be a leader. And that's really big. Okay. So I really want you to you're not stepping on anybody's shoes by asking questions. As a matter of fact, you make us get excited because we don't feel alone. Okay. We don't feel like the saints don't even care. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like I got to wait for anybody else to do it. If we need to be doing this and that, or what's going on with that and that, ask them questions, because we may be busy doing something else and haven't even thought of it, but you can catch a hold for us. You can catch what we don't see. Okay. I'm just trying to give y'all a refresher, because I had asked, what do you guys think the nucleus was? And you guys gave really, really, really good answers, but I wanted to bring it all in so everybody is clear on what we're supposed to be doing. Because from the last time we gathered, we we've moved, so things have changed. And so I get that. Many of you said to get behind the vision while you're in the room nucleus, to be active, to prevent the vision from becoming blurry, to give of your resources, creativity, and time to stay focused on the vision, to keep the synergy and hit the goals, to be an echo to the leader's voice. Now, each and every one of you who said what one of these, be responsible for what you said that we need. If you said to keep the synergy and to hit the goals, you should be the one making sure the synergy is popping in the room. If you said to get behind the vision, you should be the main one behind the vision. If you said to be active, you should be running circles around everybody else being active. If you said to give of your resources, creativity, and time, you should be the main one giving of your resources, your creativity, and your time, because that was your conviction place. Out of everything that was said, that's what you got. If you can't hold anybody else to your standard, hold you to your standard. All right. Keep encouraging. Remember, we still got membership. We want to keep encouraging them. Talk about what's happening, at the on-site services, so the people know, oh, wow, this is happening. It just helps us to seem lively, because guys, understand this. It's a weird place for people. It's probably a weird place for you too. It's a weird place for people. Some people have never ever seen a church grow from the ground up. They've never ever been a part of that. They just walked into a church that already existed. They have never ever seen this type of stuff. So when you're in the chat and you're talking about the Sunday service and what you got out of it, guess what? It makes them get excited. It makes them go, oh, wow, we moving, we thriving. Versus if it's silent, then nobody knows what's really happening. It's like going to a party and the music whack, and you like trying to get in it, but you like, yeah, this party whack. And I know, y'all didn't go to parties, but for those of us who did, we would leave because the party was whack, right? So we don't want people to leave the church because the church is whack, right? So listen, let's bring the heat. Let's bring the energy. Oh, raffle tickets. Hey, if we don't sell them tickets don't sell themselves. Our goal here at the Remnant Family Worship Center is to keep everything in. Remember, that's the objective, to keep everything in. If you're not selling tickets and we're spending money to buy certain things, we're going to be spending the money that we're trying to save. We don't want to do that. We want our ticket sales to pay for this carnival. We will want to go in the overflow that the church is able to, put that towards our budget, right? Of building our church, building our domestic violence center, of building our daycare, of building our GED program. We want to put that all over there. So you need to be active. You got to be active in selling your tickets. Sell them to your family, sell them to your friends, sell them to your coworkers, sell them. Ariana's selling tickets online. They're going on the website buying tickets, okay? Get involved. Turn your money in as soon as you get it, all right? When somebody asks you a question, even if you're not doing it, answer them. Don't be that guy. Like, we are adults, okay? And adults know how to talk up. We know how to speak up. If somebody asks us, did you do something? Respond yes or no, okay? Don't dodge it. Don't be like the bill collector. It's a bill collector. Listen, ain't nobody got time for that. We're trying to figure out where we at as a church and what we are doing, okay? So let's be grown-ups in this room. Let's be the nucleus. Let's be successful people of God, integral people. Okay. All right. I think I gave you what you need. Get excited because I'm excited. Listen, did y'all see the flyers that are coming out? Make sure you're sharing them. We want to share all the flyers that's dropping. We want to share them daily, daily, daily. Put them in your stories. Let your story is going to hold that picture for 24 hours. Just switch them out. It only takes a minute. Just switch them out. When 24 hours is up and that one fall out, put another one in. 24 hours, boom. Because people will hit your stories and see it. Guys, this is about evangelism. And as we already know, our evangelism is a little bit different. We're doing contactless evangelism and also contact evangelism. We're passing out our bags. I hope you pass out your bags. Make sure you pass out your bags, all right? Give them out. Give them to people, pray about it, and give it to people who God lead you to give them to. I was at HEB, and these two young girls were getting in the car, and I was like, oh, I felt. And then I saw their mother, so I got a third bag. And I asked the mother, can I give it to the girls? And she said, yeah, and I gave her one. Come to find out, she is a pastor who was affected by COVID and ended up closing up her church. And so that encouragement bag went a long way for her. All right. So don't underestimate what these bags can do in somebody's life. Okay. I was at Walmart picking up my groceries, and a young girl was helping me. And I was like, I felt led, give her a bag. And I said, can I give you something? You guys, she was so happy to get that bag. She was so happy to get that bag. And so make sure you're giving out your bags. All right. And give them out in the spirit of love and generosity. Let's just fall in love with the work. Let's fall in love with doing community work, loving on our community. Let's fall in love with building our new edifice. All right. I love you guys. I'm so grateful to have you on my team, and I wouldn't trade you in for anybody else. And I never, ever want to move you out of the room. But if you're not bringing the energy that the room needs, guess what? We got to do, okay? So work on your energy. 1, 2, 3. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. All right, y'all. Have an amazing day. If you have any questions for me, you got my phone number, or you know how to get in contact with me, okay? And let's talk it out. I said everything that I said in the spirit of love. Your pastor just wants to get to her place called there. I want to see this new remnant. I can't wait to behold it. Can't wait. All right. So the way we're going to build this church is through fundraising and donations. That's how we're going to build this church, through fundraising and donations. We will not do it without fundraisers and donations. Okay. So let's get to work. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye. I'm sorry. That's my Facebook move. I really didn't mean to throw y'all the peace sign. See that? See that? But anyway, all right. Have an amazing day. Here we go. Y'all getting all my little gestures. I do that to Daniel. Anyway, have an amazing day.